So we were excited today to select two right-handed pitchers, Brendan Bailey and Michael Rucker. Bailey has a strong track record of performance everywhere he's been, including at the AA level in a starting capacity. He has a full assortment of weapons to left-handed hitters and to right-handed hitters, and we're excited to see what he can do in the spring. Rucker pitches off a riding fastball, 2+ breaking balls, and he mixes in a nice changeup as well. We think both players have an interesting mix of strike throwing ability as well as strong pitches to help them compete in the American League East.
Bailey goes from AA and now potentially into the Orioles starting rotation. How much of a leap is that, and why do you guys think he could be able to handle that?
You know, it's a difficult jump for anybody to pitch in the major leagues, no matter where you come from. And, obviously we have both of these players. One's from Chicago, one's from Houston. We have some ties. We do a lot of digging on makeup on any player acquisition that we make. That applies to these players, that applies to everybody that we considered. And it certainly takes a strong individual to make that jump, no matter where you come from.
So Mike Rucker was converted into a reliever this year, but he started before that. How do you guys see him?
So he was working this year in a piggyback capacity. So he had scheduled outings, and he had been pitching as a starter in 2018. And there was an uptick in performance in 2019. So one of the intriguing things about him is that he offers some flexibility. I think we're going in with an open mind to March and seeing what the best role for both of these players would be.
Sense of relief at all, not losing anybody in that major league phase?
It's always nice. I mean, it's a strategic decision on who to protect and who not to protect, and it's always a risk. So we were hopeful, but it worked out well for us.
Is there any added pressure to these picks, knowing that these are candidates to pitch in a major league starting rotation in short order?
I think there's pressure with every acquisition we make, with every player we bring in the organization. With these guys in particular, this is a calculated risk. We like both these players. We think they have a good shot. I don't think there's any more or less pressure on our standpoint. For them, it's a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity to come in and win a spot out of camp.
You mentioned the ties with Chicago and Houston. Anything specific? I would assume Holt and Mike knows these guys a little bit. Is there any specifics you can give us on that?
We really have deep ties with those two, with a number of organizations. So it really is a team effort when we're talking about these players. We make phone calls, we do digging all up and down for their history as amateurs, from their history in the minor leagues, trying to talk to coaches and as many people as possible to get a better read on how they might adapt once thrust into this atmosphere in the AL East.
Mike, what kind of pitcher is Bailey? And does he have a pitch that stands out, or is there anything about his stuff that you guys like?
Yeah, so he works primarily, again, off a riding fastball. He pitches off a changeup to left-handers and right-handers as well, and two breaking balls that are real weapons for him as well. So that's another important piece of this, is that you need to be able to throw strikes. You need to be able to get swings and misses out of the zone, and to be able to compete in the league that we're in, the division that we're in. You really have to have a blend of performance, of pitch mix, and of the ability to throw strikes. So we think that he, for sure, fits those characteristics. Now, again, it's difficult to expect anybody making the jump from the minor leagues. It's a tough thing to expect for anybody to succeed for day one. So that's where we let spring training decide, let these guys win a job and see where it takes us.